Yo, what's going on, Cyril? I just tuned in. The first thing I heard is zealots are not that strong. No. I'm saying they're not as good as Marines and as, you know, Zerglings. They're pretty good, though. Alrighty, guys. A Zerg versus Terran. I feel like my win rate on this map is not that high. Cyril is like the Brad Pitt of StarCraft, guys. Is that the real Brad Pitt? Oh my god, it's the real Brad Pitt! I feel like my win rate on this map is not that high. I'm not doing so well against Terran and against Protoss on this map. I guess it's to do with the fact that the rush distance is very, very short. Battlecruiser inbound. Yeah, are Battlecruiser openers right now popular on this map? I'm not so sure. Nuclear launch detected. I haven't seen a nuke in Zerg versus Terran in forever. You know what's popular on this map and every other map, guys? Marine tank pushes. Those seem to be pretty common. Yeah, it's like Nightshade all over again. Exactly. That's precisely it. There's a lot of good, really strong positions. Maybe I should be taking this as my third base instead, actually. Rather than that one, because of that siege tank positioning up on that high ground. I haven't played enough to really tell you that. Maybe I should take this as my fourth. Okay. So one thing actually Bly does is sacrifice the probe or the drone and then go Roach Warren. I kind of wanted to give this a try already earlier. So now obviously I need to make sure, like it's the sacrificial drone. We sacrificed the drone there in favor of a very, very fast, what's it called? Roach Warren. So we double inject. Skip roach speed, or link speed rather. I saw Bly play this on a map against, I don't know, Aquaron or something? I thought it was a pretty cool style. Basically sacrifices a drone to get fast roaches out and to blindside the opponent. It's like the chess move. What's it called? When you give up a what's it called? A pawn? The Gambit? Is it a Gambit? I think it's a Gambit. Okay, so we push now with 9 roaches. And then we drone behind it. Yeah, so basically, the whole chess move is all about trying to outsmart your opponent. Like, basically, you try and give up a pawn to get a stronger positional advantage. Should I continue pushing here, actually? I probably should. It's a little bit awkward now. I guess we just try and get whatever damage done. There's going to be a tank here in a little bit. I wonder if that's enough damage. I'm not sure. I think I could have probably done more, but I didn't want to give up any units. It does seem pretty nice. On a map like this, you can get across real fast. He can't really go down the ramp until he has a second tank, right? Or until he gets Stimpack done, but he didn't even have much there to deal with that, so I think I'm okay. Yeah. I could have expanded faster behind that. It's gonna take a little bit of practice to get used to that. Seems like a cool enough idea, though. So I don't really like sticking around on Roach Ravager very much right now. Making the transition, though, from Roach Ravager into Ling Bane is always a little bit awkward. So I guess we'll have to try. Does he have cloak? We'll see if we can find maybe a fourth base for him. Wow. Thanks, man. That was very generous. He didn't need to do that. Shit, dude, I don't have link speed. I'm getting Baneling speed before link speed. Look, guys, I told you I was new to playing this strategy, okay? Don't worry, though. I've heard Zerg is imba. We're gonna have Baneling speed before link speed. This is a new meta. You guys just don't understand. I'm way ahead. Like, you guys are all out there playing 2020 StarCraft. I'm playing 2021 StarCraft, okay? This is the new meta. +1 is done before we have anything. Okay, no, don't do this. It's bad. Might have to give up that base. We'll go ahead and not take a macro hedge, but take the one over here. Link speed is a surprisingly slow upgrade when you're waiting for it. Okay, Baneling speed is done. Oh, wait. I thought this was actually a push with a tank as well. Not even the case. Oh. I gave him a couple of overlords. I'm so nice. Nice. Good positioning, Lowko. I think we're gonna go Ultras from here. It's the only thing that makes sense. Whoa, what happened to my money? Oh god. I think with good macro I would have been fine here. I might still be okay, but... Oh my god. Don't tell me I'm gonna lose to a couple of Marines. The whole base? No. Ooh! Nobody saw that. I accidentally pressed the hotkey to blow up my own Banelings.
New subscriber detected.
Loving these tunes. So groovy.
Okay, well, I think we're screwed, guys. Yeah, my macro took a beating there. I mean, I spent my money, but it mostly is spent on a bunch of upgrades that aren't going to be very useful here. Dude, these pushes happen so fast on this map. Like, I felt like I saw him move out, and then he was already there. Well, that's a shitty position. Man, queens need more range, I'm telling you guys. How am I gonna break this? I need all my upgrades before this can really be useful. Well, he's giving me a bunch of time here, which is quite nice of him. He didn't need to do that. Okay, well, it's time to go. Didn't think we were going to be able to hold on there. Do you think we can even counterattack? Capitalize? I only have 66 drones, which is not that much. He's getting a lot of Liberators right now. This is planetary, I'm assuming? It is. Do we even attack this right now? I don't know if we do. I guess we do. Oh my god. Maybe we should have not done that. He's got like no income right now though. Not that I have any income. My anti-air is queens, by the way, at this point, which is always a bit of a gamble. Especially when you have no creep spread. Okay, well, we have to try and break this. Brenda, no! Where are my corruptors? There they are. Who needs hotkeys? Hotkeys are overrated, man. Hotkeys are for noobs. The fact that he has a bunch of Widow Mines everywhere kind of sucks. Oh, fuck. I don't have any ultras anymore. Oh god. I don't know how many Widow Mines there are. Okay, there's a couple at least. Oh no, I think we're screwed, guys. We've got some really nice Widow Mine connections there. The fact that I have creep spread out here, though, makes it quite a bit more straightforward. Okay, we gotta go. Get him, Branda! Kill him dead! He has no mining, right? I mean, he's got one base at most. Okay, so this game started off with what I tried to explain as the Bly Gambit. I don't think that's what it's actually called. But, let me see if I can pull up the replay real quick. As you guys know, Bly, he plays some very creative strategies. And he plays weird games. So look, here's what he does in this game against Aquaron. He fakes like he's going for a third base, and then he actually makes a Roach Warren behind it instead, and he sacrifices the drone to sell the story. So in chess you have moves called Gambits, where basically you give up units. I don't really know exactly what the exact definition is, but you basically give up, in most circumstances, a pawn to get positional advantages. So basically, you lose a piece on purpose to try and gain like a stronger position on the board, right? That's kind of what Bly does in this situation. Look, he sends the drone that was gonna become the third base over, but then he actually makes a Roach Warren inside of the main base instead. I don't know if this was 100% planned, but if he wanted to go for this Roach Warren, I don't think he needed to send this drone. So this drone, in a way, is completely sacrificial. Because there's already a Roach Warren coming up and he didn't have the money to make a third base anyway. Lowko and Chessa like to Gambit my own king piece. Nice, man. So the definition is an act or remark that is calculated to gain an advantage, especially at the outset of a situation. Well, there you go. So the act here was sacrificing a drone to sell the story of a third base. But in reality, he never really planned on getting a third base and he decided to go for a bunch of roaches instead. I don't know exactly if he planned on doing it that way, but it made sense, right? Because he had, like, no money to make the third, and he still sent the drone over anyway. He lost 5 minerals too much, though, because that drone was carrying 5. I think, actually, my bit of aggression was probably fine. Maybe I could have done more damage, though. Maybe I should have tried to break it. Kill more SCVs there and just sack the units. The big problem for me is most of the time I get stuck on Roach Ravager. So in that game actually, and in a bunch of those games, Bly decided to stick around on the Roach Ravager style for a really long time. So say I have this base taken over here, right? If Terran goes for a push up here after the Roach Ravager early game aggression, this location over here with tanks and then Marines on the low ground is super difficult to break. I really don't like that very much. Lowko, why didn't Aquaron scout the main after he noticed no third? No, that was the whole point, right? He faked going for a third base, so Aquaron thought that he actually cancelled or denied the third base, but he didn't. He wasn't intending on doing that in the first place. He probably should have checked at some point, though, you're right. Anyways, so in this case, I'm droning behind it. I think I could have done that a little bit cleaner. But, Yeah, these are basically the only roaches that I make in this game. I'm going 1-1 upgrades, lair, and everything. This transitional phase over here to ling bane certainly wasn't as clean as it could have been. I also think I could have done a bit of a better job here with the creep spread, and later on everything became a little bit chaotic as well, but... that was pretty fun. I actually enjoyed that a lot more than I thought. I thought it was gonna be, or I thought I was losing this game when I realized I didn't get ling speed. The fact that I finished up baneling speed at the same time as Zergling speed is usually a bit of a rough indication, but it barely worked out in this case. And from there on out, it did go into a relatively normal Terran versus Zerg late game. That being said, though, this map is super small. So, like, if you see them moving out over here, they're over here like 20 seconds later, right? Not even, man, like 10 seconds later. So it's kind of like the 2020 edition of Steps of War. Like, everything arrives really, really early. Is that a boomer thing to say? The 2020 edition of Steps of War? I think it probably is. Anyhow. I thought there were several moments here, though, where I was dead. I think sacrificing this position and expanding up north made a lot of sense. Man, this position over here was so tough. Ultra's actually doing something, guys. Yeah, so I've been complaining a little bit about the Ultra recently, and some people have taken it 4 steps too far. I've been complaining about it a little bit and exaggerating it a little bit, which apparently in the minds of some people turned into Lowko thinks Ultras are literally the worst unit in the game. No, guys. Ultras are not the worst unit in the game, okay? That goes to the Void Ray, right? I think we can all agree Void Ray worst unit in the game, right? Ultras are not far off. They're pretty strong in some scenarios. They're specifically really good against Terran when Terran is still stuck on bio tank and they haven't made a late game transition yet. Be it with Liberators, Marauders, Ghosts, or whatever, right? I haven't actually seen a lot of Ghosts recently, but basically when they're still stuck on mostly Marine tank, Ultras are absolutely awesome. They're also really quite good if you're up against Liberators and you have Queens to transfuse them. Then they can actually tank and, you know, actually deal a lot of damage. This fight over here was rough. I don't think that was actually worth it. Maybe it was. So I knew that I just denied the base over here. And then I decide to go for the base down here. I mean, because we got the base, I think it was okay, but that was very close. He had way more stuff sitting in the natural than I anticipated. I don't think I should have made that move. I mean, it worked out actually quite okay, I guess, all things considered. But, yeah. Don't think that was necessarily the brightest move. Man, the Queens came in, though, with the real save there. Does random Liberators on his bases. Like this one over here killed like 20 Zerglings. Okay, it killed 6 Zerglings. Yeah, so the patch notes said that Queens got -1 range nerf. And I'll be honest with you guys. If it wouldn't have said it in the patch notes, I would have never noticed it. They still kind of shoot a screen and a half away. So it doesn't really notice, like you don't really notice that it's nerfed, basically, is what I'm trying to say. They still shoot really far. There are moments, though, where I think I would have maybe caught like a Prism or the last hit point of like a Medivac or something like that. But honestly, I think Queens are fine. Like, Queens are already ridiculously strong, right? Like, Queens, when you describe them on paper, sound really broken. The fact that they don't cost any larva, they only cost minerals, they're a strong late-game spellcaster, they're the only unit you need for early-game defense. Like, it's kind of like you're describing the Mothership Core, right? And we all realized that the Mothership Core was dumb. Whew. Man, I'm glad I won this one. I'm glad I won that one.